According to a new report from The Atlantic, which was, by the way, written by a conservative writer, actually one of the people from the group Republicans for Common Sense, said that she has talked to many different Republicans who believe firmly in their heart of hearts that the 2020 election was stolen from Donald Trump, yet miraculously not one of them can explain why they feel that way. Let me read what some of these people said. A woman from Wisconsin told her, "I can't really put my finger on it, but something just doesn't feel right." A man from Pennsylvania says, "Something about it just didn't seem right." A man from Arizona said, "It didn't smell right." Here's another one. Man from North Carolina. "There was 10 million more votes for Trump in this last election than he got in 2016. You're telling me that Joe Biden got that many?" He continued, "I personally went to Trump rallies that were filling stadiums, and then Biden can't even fill a freaking library. Like, no, it's not true. I don't believe it. Don't buy it." One from Georgia also told her that the mail-in ballots were a crock. How, though? See, that is what each one of these individuals, and that's actually the point of this piece from The Atlantic, each one of them says, "Oh yeah, it was totally stolen." Yeah, you can just tell, right? Cool, how can you tell? You get that feeling right in here and it's stolen. Yeah, but how? The thing, to quote Biden himself. It wasn't stolen, you morons. And the fact that you can't explain why you believe something is just further proof of that. Like these individuals, as they're sitting there being questioned by this writer, Sarah Longwell's her name. The fact that you can't justify your own beliefs, the fact that you're stating something as if it were a fact, and then when asked for the facts, you can't back it up, that should have sent light bulbs going off in their heads like, wait a minute. No, I got it. You're right. I'm a total nut job. But these people are so far gone that they can't even see that they're nut jobs even when they're being nut jobs. Like you're literally sitting there admitting like, I can't justify any of the things I say or do or believe. That doesn't send off warning bells, like no red flags waving in your head like, wait a minute, maybe that's not a thing we ought to be believing. Nope, they just went right on with it. I just feel it in my gut. Okay, doesn't make it true. Unfortunately, though, 68% of Republicans believe that the 2020 election was stolen. And I'm willing to bet most of that 68% would be the same if you were to ask them, like, okay, yeah, but how? I don't know. You just feel it. And another thing I like to bring up is the fact that these Republicans tell us all day, every day, how incompetent Joe Biden is, how incompetent the Democratic Party is, yet they're still somehow competent enough to steal an election. Here's the problem. And this was actually, and again, Sarah Longwell points this out in her piece, so that's why I'm bringing it up here. Prior to the 2020 election, experts were warning about what's called the red mirage. And it actually goes back to what that one individual said about the Trump rally. Yeah, Trump was packing stadiums, 20, 30, I think 150,000 people in a stadium to hear the man speak. Cool. 50,000 people, though. You have no way of knowing if those 50,000 people were the only 50,000 people in that state that voted for Trump, right? I know that sounds weird, but think about it. If you're in a state with 10 million people, and Trump gets 50,000 of them. Cool. There could still be 9,950,000 who vote for Biden. The difference is, with the Democrats to a degree, it's not a cult. Just because Biden can't pack a stadium doesn't mean that more people weren't like, yeah, okay, I'll vote for that guy. To be honest, Biden could be doing a press conference in my neighborhood and I probably wouldn't go. I just watch it on TV or just read the highlights of it. That's what I do. That's what most people do. Like, cool, it's a politician. It's not like you're going to see your favorite band in concert, because we don't put that much stock into what they tell us when they're sitting there in front of us. We're not cult members. We can read about it the next day if we care enough to do it, if it's newsworthy. But the Republicans weren't that way. The MAGA hat wearing folk aren't that way. They only see what's in their bubble. And if their bubble is a stadium with 50,000 people, of course they're going to think that everybody they know loves Trump and there's no way he could lose the election. That is part of the red mirage. So, of course, were the mail-in ballots, because let's not forget that was the height of the pandemic. Well, one of the heights of the pandemic, one of the many peaks of it, I guess. So yes, millions of mail-in ballots. That is not election theft. That's just people saying, screw it, I'm not going to go to a crowded polling station. I'm going to vote from home because that's much more comfortable. Trump lost. There was no fraud. And the fact that these idiots can't even tell you why they think it was stolen should be just another nail in the coffin for those 2020 election conspiracies. But even as they're admitting they don't know why they feel the way they feel, they're telling us we're never going to stop believing the lies. Hey everyone, this is Aspen. And did you know that for the low cost of $0 per day, you can subscribe to the Fair and Balanced YouTube channel? We also encourage you to like, comment, and share. But again, click that subscribe button and help Aspen not be so grumpy.